So the session will be recorded, and I will be sending you guys a recording of this program. So the name of this program is Breakups to Breakthroughs. Okay. So on the Mystic Lotus Tele Summit, you might have heard the conversation about the 5 stages of grief, and this program is designed as a hand holding. Yeah, this program is designed as a hand holding process through the 5 stages of grief. Okay, and workshops such as these are very very powerful because of something called group energy, group dynamics, group support system, etc. So for the hand holding process to happen successfully, I want you guys to treat this as if it is a live program. If this was a live program, how present will you be? You won't be able to, like, in between, pause the trainer and talk to your maid or talk to your husband in between. You can't do all of that. Same way, treat this as if this is a live program, and I request your 100% presence here. I want your presence here 100%. That's our deal and deliver. So the deal is, from your end, I require you to be 100% present here with your beautiful faces visible on your screen. Make your video appear. I need to see you. I need to see your expressions, because we'll be doing some therapy work also. While doing therapy work, it's very important for a therapist to see your face, to know what sort of release or what sort of catharsis, whatever is happening. It's very important for a therapist to know where you are at. So if you desire this program to be, if you want your money's worth, you can make your video appear. Yeah. So thank you so many people for appearing. Thank you for showing up. Everything doesn't allow you to show up in your life. Destroy and uncreate it all. Right now, good and bad, for call nature. You didn't understand what I did. It's okay. It's called access consciousness mumbo jumbo. Yeah. But it makes a lot of people appear. Awesome. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people appeared after I did that clearing. Awesome. So everywhere you think that you are not important in your life, can you let that go, please? I don't know. I'm good in my phone for call natural person. You feel that you showing up, or your face being seen doesn't matter, and that you are just one in a crowd. Everywhere you feel that you are one in a crowd and your feelings don't matter, can you let that go, please? I don't know. I'm good in my phone for call natural person. Everywhere you think that you can hide you or your emotions, can you let that go, please? I don't know. I'm good in my phone for call natural person. Yeah. So Ranjali, are you here? Sherry, are you with us? Anisha Gurubakshani, are you here with us? Kusum, are you here? Vikram, are you here? Charu, are you here?
Yes.
Harmeet, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Can we see your face?
Okay.
Yeah. So you can make your video appear. So on the bottom part of your Zoom, there is a camera button. You click on it, it will make your video appear. Yeah. So Kusum, are you here? Sherry, are you here? Okay, I guess Sherry is not here. Vikram, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, can we see your face?
Unfortunately, I'm lying in bed with a broken foot, so I can't do it for another 30 minutes.
We don't mind. If you're in bed also, we don't mind. Even if you're in the bathroom, we don't mind. If you, as long as
yeah,
on
I've
my
got my
workshop.
kids running around. I'm in Canada, so I'm also helping my kids breakfast and all that stuff. So I'm sorry, but I'm multitasking.
So what I suggest, you can watch the recording. Multitasking may not help right now with my program. So you can watch the recording. You can exit the call,
Okay,
and you can
fine.
watch the
It's
recording.
8:30 in the morning, so
Yeah, you can watch the recording whenever you want. No problem. Yeah, Sherry, are you there? Anisha is here. Shilpa is here. Kusum, are you there? Yes, Anisha, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, can we see your face? So what you can do, on the bottom part of your screen, there's a video button. You can click on it. It will make your face appear. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for appearing. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you so much for choosing this conversation, choosing this call series called Breakups to Breakthroughs. Okay. So everybody, in some way or the other, everybody has some form of loss or grief or the other. Okay. So unfortunately, so like, okay, cool, this is my deal and deliver. Unfortunately, those people who are not making the video appear, I'm going to be removing them. This is not to hurt you or something. This is just so that the workshop can proceed in a uniform way, and I need the kind of a feedback. Okay. So I am removing now. Don't feel bad. You can watch the recording. Yeah. You can watch the recording and you can, learn. Yeah. So I'm removing everybody whose video is shut. If you want to come back after a while, you can come back with your video on. Okay. So I'm just removing people. Because I take my work with a lot of, I put my 100% into my work. And if you're in my workshop, I demand a 100% presence. And if your video can't be seen, therapy won't work. Yeah, so don't take offense. I'm removing all those people whose video is off. Okay. Why am I not able to remove just this one person? I'm able to remove everybody else. Unable to remove this one person.
Who's that?
Nisha, are you there? I'm clicking remove. It's not doing anything.
Nisha's done some magic.
Maybe she's meant to be here. No problem. Okay, so beyond our efforts, there's something else. No problem. You can. Oh, okay, she's gone. Okay, cool. So thank you for your commitment. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being fully present here with me, with all of us. So in short, as you begin, okay, everything that brought up for everybody, destroy and uncreate it all right, and I'm going to my point for comment first person.
Yes.
Okay. So okay, so welcome back. Yeah, some of them are coming back with a video on. No problem. You're welcome back. Okay, so yeah, I mean what I say. Okay, so guys, this is a program called Breakups to Breakthroughs, and as I shared on the Mystic Lotus teleseminar, the first stage of grief is denial. Okay, so how many of you are in denial in one part of your life or the other, in one area of your life or the other? Where are you in denial? Yeah, everywhere you are in denial, and everywhere you're not willing to be present. Can you let that go?
Yes.
Right, from good.
Yes.
Okay, so so before we begin, as we begin, can we have a quick round of introduction from everybody here? So just tell us your name and tell us what's the one thing that you are here on today's call for. What's your target for today's call? So we'll begin with Roop. Roop, are you
Hi,
there?
this is Roop Lakhani. Can
Yeah.
you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Roop Lakhani, and I'm passionate about tarot reading as well as mind emotion healing and awareness coaching. And I'm here for a simple reason that I want to upgrade myself with a lot of different points of view and tools and more, which can help me to uplift my clients when they are into that state of grief, loss, and denial or anger or whatever.
Okay. Thank you, Roop. Thank you so much. Rest of you all, you have only 10 seconds to introduce each one of yourself, and 10 seconds you have to say what's your name and what brings you here. Okay. Honey, would you like to say?
Okay, so myself, Hani Vachani, and my intentions are almost similar to you, Roop Lakhani, to help my clients more in a better way, empower them.
Okay. Neha, what's your name and what brings you here?
Yeah, my name is Neha Rani. I'm from Jamshedpur, and there are some parts of myself that I went through all these stages. So I want to balance myself so that I'm also a healer. So in future, I can help someone else. So that I want to balance myself. I lost my younger sister, so
Okay.
I was in the process of grief, and that started my spiritual journey. So that is
Okay.
the major thing. And it's been 5 years. Still, if I like, sometimes I feel, and I had very like toxic relationship, people with wrong, but I was the giving, so I need to learn.
Okay, Neha. Yeah, we get you. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yes, Amrish.
Hey, hi, I'm Amrish. Um, I'm not here for a breakup as such. I'm just here for breakthroughs. Anything
Breakthroughs.
that helps me
Okay.
break through.
Okay. Amazing. Amazing. Mrinalini.
And Mrinalini, I am here to understand how it can be easier for me in the future to let go of things that are not meant to be.
Can you be more specific?
So the denial phase, I usually linger in that phase for a very long time, before I come to the acceptance phase. So how can I
Has that been
quickly
a
move?
breakup?
In the past, yes.
Okay.
Currently,
Aya? No problem.
if you recollect the conversation, yeah, currently somewhere much
Okay.
ahead. So not right now, but it's happened in the past. So gotta move on
No problem.
better in the
Okay.
future.
Yeah. So thank you. 10 seconds. Your name and what brings you here. Chaya.
Chaya here. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Chaya here, and I'm a counselor, and I'm here to learn new things, and I always learn by applying everything on my life. So
Okay.
that's how I learn things. And like Amrish said, I don't have any breakup, but breakthroughs. So for that.
Okay. Okay. So even though you don't have any breakup, so for all of those who don't have a breakup, I would like you guys to identify an area of your life where there is some grief, so to speak, some loss. There must have been some loss, some grief. Identify that
Yes.
just for yourself. Yeah. So that when we are doing therapy practice or something, you can work on yourself. Okay. Yes. Hi, Sherry.
Hi, my name is Sherry, actually Sharon, both ways. I have never had a chance to grieve for my father or to grieve for my mother because I've always been a strong family member that everybody looks to. That's what I'm here to do.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sherry. Shilpa.
Hi, this is Shilpa. I'm here for self-love.
Okay. Hi, Ruchika.
Hey, I'm Ruchika. I actually have a point of I'm just not myself anymore because I think I've lost a very big position. I was in a very high position in a multinational and I lost my job because of a very stupid thing. And I'm still not getting over it. And I'm not in my complete, I'm not complete. I feel I've lost a lot and I'm just trying to make up my life again. So this last 14, 15 days have been just working on myself. Though I did not lose my job now, it's been almost 5 years, but I'm not able to get out of that zone. I am very successful in my life as of now. There's no complaints, but I still keep going back to that thought, that pattern. Why did that happen? If I had done this better, if I had done that way. So I want to get out of that zone. I'm okay. I love my life the way it is now also, but I want to get
Okay.
out of that zone. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ruchika, for that. Yeah, Rachna. What brings you here? What's your target for today?
Basically, to understand how grief works upon us. That's about it.
Okay.
How it takes us over and how to sort it.
Okay. Okay. Pradnya, what brings you here?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, yes, yes.
Hi. Basically, I'm HR professional, and I have to deal with a lot of employees and and their emotions. Sometimes when they are the specific reason I have told you that when employees are leaving, they are into like various emotional turmoil. So to deal with such particular like situation, I am here to know more about feelings, emotion, and how to deal with such situations.
Okay, for your employees. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, what's my employer?
Okay. Jaya, what's up? Hi.
Audible? Am I audible?
Yes. Yes, very much.
Okay, hi. Yeah. So I lost my father almost 22 years back, and I
Jaya,
have
there's a lot of light on your face, so we can't see your face.
I think it's a bandwidth issue. I'm not too sure, doctor,
Okay,
because
no
this is a
problem, no
complaint.
problem.
Yeah.
Okay, please carry on.
Yeah. So I lost my father almost 22 years back, and I don't think I'm able to reconcile to it still. My health has taken a toll as soon as I lost my father. So
Okay.
I am not able to still overcome that subconsciously. There is pain in me. I still have pain.
Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that, Jaya. Hi, Harmeet. How are you? And what's your target for today?
I'm good. So basically, I'm here because I am eating a lot of medicines, and this is all because of the heart chakra, I suppose. There's a lot of emotions in the heart, so I just want to relieve them.
Okay. So thank you.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Sindhuja, what brings you here?
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sindhuja. I would like to know how a breakup can be a breakthrough.
How can one get from a breakup to a breakthrough? Okay.
Yeah, how does that occur? Yeah, I would like to know that.
Okay, sure. Charu. Hi, Charu. What brings you here?
Hi everyone. Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, so my name is Charu, and then I think I do a lot of self-pity, and I want to learn how to take life lightly and add humor into my life. In fact, I grieve for the earth also. Oh my God, the earth is going such a, every time a tree is cut all that really makes me unnerved.
Okay.
So yeah, that's about it. A lot of things maybe it'll come about. I think I've made it more complicated for myself also.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, Nambo. What's up? What brings you here? I think Namrata, your video is stuck.
Hi. Sorry. Hi. Hello everybody. I'm Namrata. Sorry, I just went blank. I just went completely blank why I'm here. Sorry. So I was saying, in the process of grieving or when a loss happens unexpectedly, I end up cutting off a lot of my awareness. And I feel like if I knew how to go through the process of grieving or losing or understanding how unexpected things happen, then at least I won't lose my awareness or me in the process. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Ekta?
Hi, I'm Ekta. I'm from Bombay. And I'm here because I had my own grief to deal with and I managed it the way I could. I coped with it. I'm here to learn how to deal with it better and empower myself and anybody who, comes to me for advice and guidance.
Okay, Ekta. Thank you. Yes, Akanksha.
Hi, I'm Akanksha. I stepped out of a toxic relationship last year. So this is my very first session, and actually a friend who attended one of your previous sessions recommended this. So I'm absolutely here with a clean slate, with not much background. Just one request, that when you talk about different phases, I understand that we are already familiar with them. I'm quite new, so if you could just give a little bit of context for me to come up to speed with others.
We'll give you good context. Okay. Okay. Hello, iPhone. Your name? We are not able to hear you. Would you like to tell us your name? Person with the name called iPhone. Would you like to tell us your name?
Oh, is it mine reflecting as iPhone?
No, it's iPhone
No,
with a lady's face.
No. Mine is Preeti Shah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yes, Ranjali, what brings you here?
Yeah, hi, I'm Ranjini here from Delhi. And the target here is to learn new tools and to get some insight onto whatever my life has been. And my grief that I want to get over is that I don't have very healthy relationships with my loved ones. And that is the pain in me which I want to get over from.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Preeti.
Hi, Sanjeev. I'm Preeti Shah. I was on a call with you in the morning also.
Okay.
So you told me to acknowledge my sadness, and I slept straight away for 3 hours, and I realized that it's not about only once that I've been sad. There have been moments, and the main cause has been that whomsoever I love, really love from the heart, like, they leave me either by death or by, some differences. And then I realized my ego doesn't allow me to go back and do something about it. And neither am I able to move forward from that setback emotionally. So I'm here to find a breakthrough to that.
Okay, cool. I hope this really helps you with that. Thank you, Preeti. Rachna already shared, Ruchika shared. Who's yet to share? You can unmute yourself and share. Hi, Baban, are you there?
Hi, yeah.
Hi.
I'm Bapan.
Yeah.
So actually, this session has been gifted to me by one of my friends.
Okay.
So,
Can we see you? Is it possible for us to see you?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Just a second. Actually, I'm very novice with these things, so.
No problem. So on the bottom part of your Zoom, there's a video camera button. You click on it, it'll open. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. So that's it. It has been gifted to me by a friend of mine. So I've joined your two sessions, that free sessions which had yesterday and 2-3 days back. So today is the first day. So I just want to hear, and grief. So there is a grief. There's a lot of issues I have with myself, and I'm going through. I had been into some depression also, taking medicines also, and she said that these might help me a lot to improve myself.
Okay. So there are some people who want to come back in, and we would really love for them also to come back in. No issues. Sindhuja, can you help them with that? Sindhu, you're on the group, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the host is removed us, so we can't get back in. So I guess.
How do we add them back?
I guess you got to add them if that option is available.
How does
maybe
one do that?
Invite them.
Sanjeev, at the bottom there should be invite.
Yeah.
Just add through invite.
I click on invite,
at the
and
bottom you will find participant. Yeah.
But then I need to know their email ID and all that, right? Okay, would it work? Would it work if
No,
we would it
invention
work?
time.
Would it work if we end the meeting and start the meeting once again? Would that work? Or actually
Okay.
she's saying she'll join in with another number. So no problem. I think she can join.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. She'll join with another number. Let's start. Okay. So
Hello, do you have me?
yes.
Romalyn?
Hi, what's your
Hi.
name?
My name is Romalyn. I'm from the US. Good morning.
Okay. How do you spell your name?
Romalyn Woodruff. Romalyn Woodruff. I
Yeah.
am
Spelling? What's
I'm
the
not
spelling
really
of your
here
name?
for ROMELYN.
Romalyn. Okay, got it.
Yes.
You shall now be known as
Okay.
Romalyn.
I see myself, but I guess you cannot see me. I don't know how to do
We
this.
can
I'm
see
new
you.
to
We can see
Zoom,
you.
so
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I'm not here for breakups. I'm really here for the breakthroughs. I'm very interested in that, in what you mean by that, although I kind of think I understand it,
Okay.
having been through breakups early in my life.
Okay. Okay. And I hope that this program is a contribution to you. Thank you so much.
Thank
You so
you.
much for joining us. Yeah. Okay. So guys, many of you guys might think, okay, so many of you guys on the program might think that, okay, I haven't had any breakups and I haven't had any losses. I don't require this, I'm learning it for others. I'm learning it for my clients. I'm learning it for the future. But that's not true. If you're a human being who's living, you're bound to have had losses, some form or the other. Even like somebody had texted on the group, loss of your phone is a loss. You're grieving the loss of your phone. If your phone was dear to you, if your laptop was dear to you, you're grieving the loss of your laptop. Okay. So on that note, I welcome each one of you guys to the Breakups to Breakthroughs program. Today's call is called Dealing with Denial. Okay. And it's a poster that looks very scary. I don't know why Dr. Sindhuja has designed such a poster that looks so scary. It's like a man with, but I guess that's what.
That's just your interpretation. It looks really pretty to me.
It's awesome, but I guess that's what denial is all about. Denial locks you from moving ahead. Yeah. So that's what denial is like. So for somebody who wanted a quick run through of what we are talking about, stages of grief. So these are like the stages of grief. Okay. So there are 5 stages of grief. When any grief happens, when any, loss of loved one, loss of phone, loss of a relationship, any loss, okay, loss of a job, loss of a city, like you're migrating from one city to the other, you are so used to this culture, now you have to go to a new city. It's a loss. Any loss, the way a human brain knows to cope with it is through grief, and your grieving response happens through these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stages. The first stage of grief is called denial. First you are in denial, then you move to anger. Okay. Second stage of grief is anger. Then you move to something called depression. This depression is not clinical depression, it's sadness. You feel very sad, right? This is the third stage of grief. Then you move to the fourth stage of grief, which is called bargaining or negotiating. Yeah. Here you are negotiating. And then comes finally the next stage of acceptance. So all of those, so right now I will be in brief telling you this much. If you want to know the details, go back and listen to the Mystic Lotus Tele Summit, where I have extensively explained each one of these stages. So you have an overview of everything. Yeah. So how did this whole thing come is when there was a psychiatrist. The name of the psychiatrist is Kubler-Ross. So Kubler-Ross was working with end stage, terminal cancer patients who were about to die. And while facing death, All of these patients went through this cycle. They went through this emotional cycle. Okay, and that's how he studied that not only the cancer patients, but every human being is going through these 5 stages of grief. Okay, so during the stage of denial and anger, what does the person require? Your client. See, when your client comes to you for a therapy, he or she might be in any of these stages, or your friend, or your teammate, or your own self. You are in any of these, one of these stages of grief, right? Suppose somebody feels that, oh, this grief happened 10 years ago. It's no more relevant to me. But if you're still thinking about the person, perhaps one of those stages did not get completed properly. A healthy grieving response is where you're moving through all the 5 stages and the learning outcomes of each of these stages is established. When you're in denial, you have the traits of avoidance, confusion, elation sometimes. Elation means opposite response. Instead of crying, you're actually laughing. Shock, fear. Anger, stage of anger is characterized by frustration, irritation, anxiety. Stage of depression is where you feel overwhelmed, helpless, hostility, fighting, flight, feeling like running away, etc. The stage of bargaining has struggling to find meaning, reaching out to others, telling one story. Here is when mostly if they're coming to you for therapy, mostly they are in any of these 3 stages. Finally, the stage of acceptance is where they're willing to explore options, new plan in place, moving on. When they are here, usually they don't come for therapy. Usually what they require here is information and communication. They require to know that, hey, you know what? Emotional support is available. You know what? You have had a loss. And we know that your loss can be hard. We are there with you. Here they can't receive your emotional support. Here they just require the information and communication. Here is where they are open to receiving emotional support. Here is where, they cannot receive your guidance and direction. Here, if you try telling them, you know what, you need to move on, they feel you're not there for them. So don't tell them that you need to move on. If they are in this phase, just be there with them. Just say, I'm there with you. That's all. That's all they can receive. When they're in this phase, here you can give guidance and direction. Here you can ask questions like, okay, now what else is possible? Now what is your action plan? What would you like to do? How would you like to change the situation? Here is where they're open to guidance and direction. Okay. Okay, let me ask you a question. Question is, do you move through the 5 stages of grief in this particular sequence? Yes or no? Does it always happen in this sequence only? Anybody can take a wild guess. Yes or no? Okay, who thinks that we move only in this sequence? Raise your hands. Who thinks that we don't move in this sequence, we move in any sequence? Raise your hands. Yeah. Okay, so this is true. Okay, so even though in our textbook, even though in our theory, even though in papers of psychiatry and psychology, we will say that this is how you'll move, the human mind is like this. Okay, you can move through any phase to any phase. The first myth to break from the Kubler-Ross thing is, it's not always so simple. Otherwise, therapists like me won't be in business. The mind is not so easy. It can be a little complex. You do oscillate between one phase to the other phase. Sometimes emotional outbursts happen. Sometimes mood swings happen. Sometimes you suddenly think of that loved one 10 years ago, and sometimes you're in anger, sometimes you go to grief, and it is normal. It is okay. Yeah. So this is the stages of grief. This is my experience. This is how clients often go through all the phases. Yeah, but need not be so wildly oscillating also. Sometimes it's like this. Okay. First stage of grief. How many of you? Okay, how many of you can talk about this? What is this image? Who wants to talk about this image? What's this ostrich doing? What is this and what is it doing?
It's got its head in the sand.
Yeah, why?
It's in denial.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, ostrich didn't have a breakup, right? Why is it doing that?
It's too painful. It's too painful to think of it. So you put your hand in the sand.
Yeah, but what's
So
painful for an
sad.
ostrich? No, just I'm not asking for psychological interpretation.
For an ostrich? Oh.
Yeah, this is
maybe the ostrich is
speak
not happy.
speak to the visible reality. What do you see in this picture? Tell me what as it is. No interpretations. As it is. What is this and what is it doing?
Well, one side you can see the bone and one side is money. And the
No,
ostrich is
don't get into the
He's
metaphysical
searching
reality. and all.
for food.
Okay, so
He's searching for food.
it doesn't want to see the sun. It wants to stay in the
Food and all
dark.
over here. No, don't go so complex. It's very easy. Answer like a 3-year-old. Don't use your brain so much.
It's trying to avoid the sun.
Trying to avoid reality.
The ostrich is playing in the sand.
Wants to hide. Ostrich wants to hide.
Wants to see the world upside down.
Wants to see the world upside down, like Van Gogh and Charles, Leonardo da Vinci and. None of those.
Wants
Nothing
to
so
hide.
complex. Predate when ostrich perceives
The
danger.
ostrich is
Yeah, who wants to say some simple answer?
he's curious.
Sindhu's
wants to
slide.
hide.
Did Sindhu come up with this one?
What?
Did Sindhu come up with this slide?
No, I found it on Google search.
Yes. See, if it was hers, we would have understood it.
Oh, okay.
The ostrich is curious.
Ostrich is curious. Ostrich is in
Yes, he
denial
wants
of
to-
reality. Ostrich is chasing money and bones. No, all of that, those are very abstract answers. You all can be really good painters and artists, I know. But I'm a scientist. I'm a man of science, and I'm asking for very, very simple, visible reality answer, not interpretation. But you know,
Ostrich
that's
doesn't
amazing.
realize that it's
I
upside
really
down?
appreciate. What?
So just playing around maybe.
Is playing.
Doesn't realize that it's upside down.
It doesn't realize. No.
He looks happy.
Okay, I will give you a very
Yes,
simple
Sanjeev,
answer.
I think it's trying to search something.
It's searching for the meaning of life. No. Okay. I'll give you a very simple answer. Okay, so this is an ostrich and it is put its head under the soil. Yeah, answer like a 3-year-old. This is an ostrich. It's put its head under not 3-year-old, sorry. It put its head under soil. Okay. So
because he saw a hole and he wants to put his head in there.
Just to
Yeah.
keep
To
his
look
head
inside.
cool.
No, not to, yeah, maybe, yeah, correct. Maybe to keep the head cool, right?
It's his nature. It's his nature to do that.
Yeah, ostriches usually
He
do
likes
that.
doing that.
Yeah, ostriches.
He likes
usually
doing
do
it.
that. Yeah. Somebody gave me, last time I conducted this workshop, I asked, what is this picture? Somebody said, this is exactly my father-in-law. I'm like, where do you see your father-in-law here? She's like, when situations demand him, he's nowhere to be seen. This is my father. I said, no, this is ostrich. But what is this man doing?
Burying his head in the sand.
Is he your
He's
father-in-law?
behaving like an ostrich. He's behaving like an ostrich, I guess.
Yeah. So what ostriches do, they bury their head inside and they think that the world has disappeared. Yeah. They think that predators are gone and they feel safe when they do that. So similarly, human beings also don't want to acknowledge reality for what it is. So they will bury their head inside. It is called denial. Usually when grief happens, your first response is usually denial. If you don't believe me, if you don't believe me, let us watch the, if you don't believe me that, human beings go into denial, you can see this in every movie. any movie, every movie, whenever somebody dies, this is the response. Okay, let me show you. I'm sharing screen. 1 second. Yeah, I request everybody to mute themselves unless they have a question to ask. Okay, so I'm sharing screen here. Okay, so this is from the famous movie, Bollywood movie Sholay. One old movie was there called Sholay, and in that movie, two dear friends are there, Amitabh and Dharmendra. One's name is Jay, another's name is Viru. One guy dies, and just look at the emotional responses that happen. Okay, he's literally dying, and he's on the rocks. He's having a bullet, and look at what the other guy is saying. Look at what happens. Okay, is the audio also heard? I just want to check. Okay, I think now you can hear the audio also. Is he looking okay? From what angle he's looking okay? To theek hai na means you're okay, right? He's asking, you're okay, right? From what angle is he looking okay? He's also in denial. He's like, yeah, I'm okay. No, you're not okay. Your flesh is falling. You have a bullet inside and you're dying. Damn it. Acknowledge the reality.
एक एक साले को मार के जय 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 तू घबरा मत जब तुम मेरे साथ फिरो तो मैं क्यों घबराने लगा जय हम लोग अपने गांव चले जाएंगे सब ठीक हो जाएगा
Yeah, everything is going to be okay. We'll go to your village. We'll go to our village. Everything will be okay. Does it look like everything's going to be okay?
मेरा खेल खत्म हो गया प्यार नहीं खत्म हो गया नहीं जय नहीं ऐसा मत करो
That is denial. No, you're okay. He's visibly dying right in front of your eyes. And you're saying you're okay, you come to village, we will do party.
लेकिन कोई दुख नहीं फिर जिए तो दोस्त के साथ मरे तो दोस्त के सामने बस एक बात रह जाएगी फिर तेरे बच्चों को कहानी नहीं सुना सका मैं कुछ नहीं होगा जय तुम ठीक हो जाओगे लेकिन गुरु तुमने हमारे दोस्ती की कहानी जरूर सुना ना ये कहानी तो नहीं भूलेगा ना कैसी बातें कर रहे हो तुम
That's all I'll show you. For the rest of if you want to watch the rest of the movie, please watch Sholay. Okay, any thoughts on watching the movie, on watching the clip? What happened?
No, perhaps the person.
What?
Sorry, a lot of people started together.
Yeah, what happened? What happened there?
Denial of anticipated grief.
Yeah, denial.
He already
denial.
and not looking at the fact as it is.
Yeah, denial. He's
Avoiding
in denial.
looking at the fact and being hopeful.
Yeah, but you know what? Correct. It's denial. Yeah. Anybody else has any other thoughts?
I feel like the person who is dying is trying to comfort his friend.
Yeah.
He is perpetuating the denial of his friend not wanting him to die, but he's trying to comfort him. He knows he's dying.
Yeah.
He knows he's dying. He doesn't. So he's just saying, I don't know if he said I'm okay. I didn't understand, however.
Yeah, he's
That was
perpetuating the
my
denial.
perception.
Yeah. He's perpetuating the denial. If he was not perpetuating the denial, he would say, no, I'm not okay, I'm dying. Yeah, but it's harsh. Reality is harsh. Yeah. We're not saying
It
denial,
is. It is.
but you know something? Do you guys want to know something? In this situation, that was a healthy response. Okay. What I wish to tell you is, in this situation, in that context, that was the healthy coping mechanism. That guy is not wrong. Although I made fun of him, although I poked jokes at him, he is not wrong. That is the healthy coping mechanism. In this stage, denial is the way to respond. It's too much painful reality for the brain to handle. Denial gives buffer time. Denial gives buffer time for the brain to adjust to the harsh reality. Harsh reality is a loss. Loss is painful reality. Human existence is oftentimes painful reality. Denial is that cushion. Denial is a buffer. It's unhealthy denial only when it is lasting even much later after the grief. There is a period. There is a healthy period for the denial to last. Beyond that period, denial is unhealthy. Okay. So, ostrich / father-in-law / seeker of life, that guy is not wrong. For a while, this is okay to begin with. Why? Because this is the journey. This is the way we deal with change. This is the way we cope with change. We begin with denial. Yeah. And then we go into resistance. Then we step into exploration. And then we move into acceptance. This is true for any change. You're moving from one city to the other city. You want to switch from one job to another job. You want to switch from one relationship to another relationship. Any change, the human mind transits through this journey. On the y-axis is productivity. On the x-axis is time. Denial is good because it still keeps your productivity kind of higher. Still keeps you functional. Activities of daily living are not affected. That's the value of being in denial. And then naturally, it is but natural for the person to go into this phase of anger, bargaining, depression, until he is willing to let go. When the person is willing to let go, the person is willing to reach the phase of exploration. From denial, he comes to resistance, where he's really dealing with the issue. Then comes the phase of exploration. And then comes commitment to creating something new, to creating a new reality. But to get here, you must go through this healthy. This is healthy according to psychology and according to psychiatry. This is healthy response. It's unhealthy only when you think you are here, but somewhere parts of you, pieces of you are here. That is what is done in inner child therapy. There is a therapy called inner child therapy, where you are here living your life here, but there are tiny, tiny parts of you, tiny, tiny pieces of you that may be here. In inner child therapy, they get you from here to here so that you can come here completely. Okay. So this denial. So today's focus is on denial, right? So denial happens in 4 stages. Okay. Usually you deny the matter in 4 stages. Very first stage of denial, no therapy can work. And at this stage, if client comes or you get to know, don't talk anything. Allow them to be in denial. Yeah. First stage, denial that the problem, symptom, feeling or need exists. The client says, I have no problem. You can spot that the relationship is toxic, but they cannot spot. Better keep quiet. Don't talk at this phase to the person. Why? Because over here, the denial is healthy for them. Over here, the denial is keeping them going. Don't take that away from them. Allow them to indulge in their denial when they are in stage 1. Stage 2 is the second stage, where they acknowledge the problem, but there is a minimization or the rationalization. The rationalization or minimization is, for example, somebody with a serious drinking problem, in stage 1 of denial, somebody with serious drinking problem will say, I'm not an alcoholic. I don't have no drinking problem. Somebody in stage 2 would say, yeah, I drink a lot, but it doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect me at all. Right? I am not affected. Somebody over here will say, what breakup? I'm still dating her. Somebody in stage 2 will be like, yeah, she broke up with me, but I don't care. Like, big deal. I don't care. I'm not affected. Stage 2. Stage 2 may be open to therapy. May be open to suggestions. Little, not much. The whole denial phase, they're not open to anything. You just have to let them be. Just have to let them be and let them naturally come to the next phase. Let yourself be. At the end of this call, I will show you some tools that we can use to help our own self to get out of denial. Yeah. Stage 3. Stage 3 is admitting it, but denying the consequences. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you know what? I'm an alcoholic. It affects my liver. But so what? Like, so what? So what if my liver is affected? It doesn't matter. You know, it doesn't matter to other people. Like, I have cancer, but so what? I'm dying. I know I'm dying, but so what? You're still in denial. You don't understand the consequences. At stage 3. Stage 4 is unwilling to seek help for it. I don't need any help. Yeah, somebody in stage 4 will say, yeah, I know I'm dying, but I can deal with it. I don't need a psychologist. I don't need a therapist. I don't need to talk to anyone. I don't like to talk to other people about my personal problems. And they will put a very professional front. They're actually in denial. They're actually in stage 4 of denial. But stage 4 of denial is okay. They will be able to cope with it. Okay. So if they're in stage 1 or stage 2, interventions are not really required. But stage 2 and stage 3, there are tools, there are methods that can help one. Okay. That was 4 stages of denial. Till now, are we all together? Are there any questions? Does anybody have any questions? Any anything you wish to share till now? Yeah,
I had
a
question regarding denial and grief. So it's happened in my mother's case. After the loss of my father, she did not cry at all, and she said she was fine. And it's been 4 years now, but I do see her slipping back into that, like you said, there's some pieces that get left behind. You think you're fine, but so do these people come to the final stage? Do they recover on their own, or do they still go through that cycle? People who don't accept that it's happening.
Nature and the brain have a natural therapy system. They naturally will come out of the grief with time. Okay, as a natural process,
they don't need any kind of talking through it or this. Okay.
You have to see whether it is affecting her in any way. You don't have to force her to come out of denial. If she's in denial and if her life is going great, then why not? Why trouble her to face reality? It's healthy. It's a defense mechanism of the subconscious mind. Okay?
All right. Yeah.
Not all denial is unhealthy denial. Some denial is okay. Because it helps you to move ahead with life. Okay?
So if we know that there's a person who really needs help, can be a family member, like this lady said, but because of their ego, nay, I am okay, we just let them be and get frustrated.
Yeah, let them be. Don't force them.
Okay.
Let them be in that denial. It's okay.
Then how do we handle that frustration?
Don't handle it. Work on yourself. So when that person is in denial, how does it make you feel? When you can't help that person whom you care for so much, how does that make you feel?
Okay.
Work on that. Acknowledge that.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So shall I move ahead?
Doctor,
Yeah.
doctor, just a second. One of my friends, she's Ayurvedic doctor,
Uh-huh.
and she's in toxic relationship, and her husband is abusive, and he's alcoholic, and she wants to give him divorce, but the thing is that she's not ready for it. She thinks that like she's thinking thinking about her status, social status, and all, and because of which she's still there in that relationship. So in she'll come under this stage 3, or it is like she doesn't want to come out of it. So then how in this stage in which stage she is coming?
1194.
So there's a very good question asked by Roop over here. Roop is asking, why would a person come when they don't want help? As you gave the example of alcoholic, they won't come. Similarly, this person also who is in denial of the toxicity of the relationship won't ask for help. They are in denial, and let them be. Can you let people be comfortable in their denial, please? What does it bring up for you?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Sanjeev?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question. So, what if the relative of the client has come and the client is at the stage of borderline schizophrenia? In denial, it's like, totally denial with reality, borderline schizophrenia. So, if it's that severe and the relative has come,
Okay,
what
counsel
should
the
we
relative.
recommend?
Counsel the relative on how to handle the person. Person in schizophrenia is not open to insight. Person is not open to counseling.
Exactly.
Counsel the relative.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Okay. So
Sanjeev,
now we are.
I
Yeah.
had,
There's another question.
Yeah, just one last question I had
Yeah.
is that you said that people who are in denial, we should let them be till the time they are willing to come out of their own. But like somebody mentioned that their friend is in denial. At times, there are situations when someone you very close to you is in that situation, and it starts impacting you. So how do you handle their denial? Like,
So
you know
work on
this is
areas
not
that
for
are
you.
impacting you. How exactly is it impacting you? How does it make you feel when your best friend, close friend is in denial? How does it make you feeling? What emotions come up for you?
You, I mean, you're
Yeah.
when okay. So for me, it's extremely. One of my close friend is in a similar situation, and for me, it's very very frustrating. It's been 10 years trying to help her, and I've stepped back now because I don't see it happening till she
So how does
decides.
that make you feel?
But to see her in that loop, it's extremely frustrating and angering, and it at times it just makes me want to cry that she can't see the reality of the situation
Yeah. So
and how
can
it's
you?
impacting everybody.
Yeah. Can you work on your frustration? Can you acknowledge your frustration? Just acknowledge your frustration. Just acknowledge that it makes you cry. Just be with it. Sit with your frustration. Close your eyes. Find out where the frustration is in your body. We'll do an exercise now after this. Do that exercise. Acknowledge your frustration of your inability to help your friend. Okay?
Sometimes I find that it triggers my own, like you said, how does it make you feel? For me, it sometimes triggers my own memories of the times when I was in denial. And so for me, it does stir up frustration because I remember what that felt like.
Yep,
and so I
because-
might not want to feel that way anymore.
Yeah, because guess what? Nobody
Yes.
on planet Earth is helping another person. Everybody's helping themselves.
Yes, yes.
So when
And
you
for
see
me, I
somebody in
find
denial,
it is.
when you see somebody in denial, you have to ask yourself, where am I in denial? Why does this frustrate me so much? Why does this pull my attention so much? Where am I in
Yeah,
denial?
because
Where did I not receive the help that I so desired that today I'm compensating by helping everybody? This is true for every
Exactly, because
therapist.
sometimes
This is true for
it
every
triggers my
therapist,
own
including me. Every therapist has a
Yes.
story. Yeah. One does not come into
Yeah.
the field of therapy without a history. They say every saint, every saint has a past and every sinner has a future.
Yes, as a retired therapist, I went into my own therapy, so I would know what that was like, what my own issues are, to to release them before, how can I hear somebody else when I'm being triggered every time? So I sought my own treatment.
Yep. Yeah,
as part of
therapists
my
require
own
regular
healing.
treatment. Therapists require regular therapy.
Yes.
As a therapist, I take regular therapy. Every month, a therapist requires another therapist to take his own therapy. It's required. It's essential. I take my appointments every
Thank
month.
you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So I would like to proceed. Yep. So we looked at the 4 stages of denial, you know, moving from I have no problem to I'm not affected to it doesn't matter to I don't need help. Yeah. These are 4 stages of denial. But why is it there? You know, why is denial there? Like, why did nature, why did the brain, or why did God put denial into our heads? Why do we go into denial? What are the goals of denial? There are 3 goals of denial. Okay. Denial happens for 3 reasons. Number 1 is self-preservation. Denial helps you because acknowledging the reality can be painful at times. Acknowledging the emotional pain, acknowledging the harshness, acknowledging the sheer loss is quite difficult for the body. That if the body immediately tries to acknowledge it, it might go into cardiac arrest. So the brain, with evolution, developed this beautiful mechanism called denial, which allows the body to cope with the stress slowly through second goal of denial called adaptation. Denial is a time period for the body to adapt to stress. Feelings are in the mind, emotions are in the body. In today's morning's call, I explained this. Feelings are in the mind, emotions are in the body. The brain tricks its own self. The brain tricks the body to give it some time, to adapt to the stress. Right? That's the second goal of denial. Third goal of denial is a coping, to cope with the reality, to actually cope with the reality, to be able to look at the stress and handle it. The brain has its own mechanism. What do you have to do? Yeah, right? So these are the 3 goals of denial. How do you, any questions here? Next, we're going to move into the segment
Can
of
you
how to
repeat the
deal with the
second
denial.
one, Sanjeev? What's the
Adaptation.
second?
Adaptation.
Okay.
This one. This is adaptation. So self-preservation, adaptation, and coping. To cope with the stress. Okay. Any questions so far? Anybody wants to ask anything? Okay. Moving on. How to deal with denial. Okay. So either we are in denial in certain aspects of life or certain aspects of relationship where suddenly you feel like maybe it's not over. Maybe there's still a chance. Maybe I should try calling her back. Or maybe, you know what? Maybe they're still alive. Or maybe they're going to come back and talk to me as a ghost. Or maybe they're going to find my lost phone. Or maybe that lost laptop is going to come back to me. How do you get out of it? First, solid way to deal with denial is evidence. Nothing can help you come out of denial like hard evidence. Evidence, right? And if you still don't come out of denial with the evidence, then maybe there is some amount of delusion there. Everybody has some amount of delusion and it's okay, right? Delusion is lack of changing the belief system in spite of evidence to the contrary. Inability to let go of a false belief in spite of evidence to the contrary. That's a slight amount of delusion. And that's also okay unless the delusion is so bad that it requires psychiatric help. Till then, it's okay. How do you provide evidence to yourself? If you are dealing with a breakup, take a screenshot of the message where he or she
we
has...
lost this.
Yeah, what did you lose?
Can you repeat, please? Thank you.
Yeah, what part?
The
till when did you
delusion
drop?
part, your voice cracked.
Yeah, I
The
was
whole
saying.
delusion part, the
Yeah,
voice cracked.
yeah. I was saying that
The
delusion.
definition of delusion.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I was saying delusion is holding on to a belief in spite of evidence to the contrary. Okay. Inability to give up a belief system in spite of evidence to the contrary. Right. The first thing what you have to do, give yourself evidence that this is over. If you're dealing with a breakup, take a screenshot of the message where you both have spoken about the breakup. Take a screenshot of that and keep it for yourself. And every time suddenly you think that, you know what, there's a chance, go back and read it. That's your evidence. Or write down, you know, on this date, I lost this person. On this date, I lost my phone. On this month, I lost my laptop. Write it down on paper. Keep it in front of you. That serves as your evidence. It's not here. It's gone. The sooner you acknowledge this, the better for you. It can help you to go to the next phase. Now, providing evidence. Some people are not ready to come out of denial. So please don't go out, don't cross their boundary and give them the evidence that, look, that person is actually dead. It's okay. Don't go and force anybody. That is infringing of their boundaries. This is only for you. Because you signed up for this course, because you want to come out of your denial, you are asking for help, you are ready for this. So I'm saying evidence. Tool number 1, provide yourself for evidence. So what evidence can I show myself to know that this is over? Right? To get over your grief, create some form of hard evidence. Maybe they've written to you saying that this is over. Maybe there's an email where they've told you, take a print of that email and keep. So that next time you're in denial, read it. Oh, this is over. Right? Maybe, you know, however, what does evidence mean to you? So I'm going to ask a random person, how would you, so Romelin, how would you create evidence for yourself to deal with some part where you are in denial? You have to create your own ways.
Can I speak?
Yeah. Sure.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Three months back when I was still negotiating with my boyfriend, so I called him and he clearly said that no, he can't be there for me anytime because of his reason. So is there that call is the evidence? I wrote that in my diary that he clearly said that we can't be there together. And
Correct. That which you have written in your diary, that is your evidence. Keep that in front of you. Xerox that page or just keep it in front of you. Next time you get this thought of calling him back, look at it.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody else?
Okay.
How would you create what is in your situation? What is evidence for you? Anybody else wants to share?
Yeah, Sanjeev, I have my mother's earrings with me. So I can create that as an evidence that finally she's not there and I have her earring. Can I do that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, because if she was alive, she would be wearing it.
Yeah, she would be wearing them, not me.
Yeah, that. Correct.
Yeah, thank you.
But this will help you if you are in the stage of denial. If you already moved on from it, you don't need this evidence and all. Right? For those parts of your life where there is, you know, where it requires you moving on, use evidence. Right? Most scientific, most rational method is using evidence. Okay? Second one, acknowledge. Don't deny feelings. It's okay. Denial is, so when we spoke about coping mechanism, you use denial as a coping mechanism only for those emotions and only for those things that you are unwilling to have. So if you're unwilling to be upset, if you're unwilling to be sad, if you're unwilling to be heartbroken, if you're unwilling to be shameful, you know, child stole the chocolate from the fridge, mother asked, did you steal? If the child is lying, it's lying. But if the child is in denial of it, because child is not willing to get caught, child is not willing to be shameful, to hide the shame, child is in denial. Like, what chocolate? He's not lying, but he's in denial. In that scenario where child is not willing to have shame, any emotion that you are unwilling to have can lead you to block it down through denial. Okay. So what is the tool? Tool is be willing to have it. First, acknowledge it. For even before that, actually, you know what? You need to have this. What is this? Allowance. Allowance is your willingness to be anything and everything. It's your willingness to feel anything and everything. Are you willing to be heartbroken? Are you willing to cry? Safe to cry. If you're willing to cry, you won't be in denial anymore. Are you willing to cry? Are you willing to let yourself be sad? Or do you have to put up a smile, brave front all the time? It's okay to cry. It's okay to be sad. Okay to be ashamed. Cool. It didn't work for you. It's okay. It's okay to be guilty. It's okay to be upset. It's okay. You know, what if you could be this space with yourself? You know, when you see this picture, a mother hugging a child, does the mother have any judgments of the child? Does the mother have any judgments of the emotions of the child? You know? Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. It's okay.
I don't know why I'm crying.
It's okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's safe to cry. How many emotions have you repressed? How many emotions have you suppressed? And how much more longer is this going to last? Everywhere you decided that it's not okay to be you. Everywhere you decided that it's not okay to cry. Everywhere you decided that it's not okay to feel. And everywhere you decided that, you know, you're supposed to be strong. Can you please let that go? Yeah. Right and wrong, good and bad, point, for online, shorts, voice, and dance. Crying is not a weakness. Emotions are not a weakness. Feelings are not a weakness.
My daughter's going through a breakup. It's very painful to see her suffering. That's why I'm crying. This is Romulan.
It's okay. That's Romulan and that's me. That's you. Care for your daughter.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah. Romulan, are you ready to work with me on something? On this? Are you ready to work on this? So there is a tool that I want to introduce to everybody. Yeah. So, Romulan, just what we are going to do, it's called tapping. Okay, we're going to tap certain parts and we're going to acknowledge certain things. Yeah. So
yes.
Yeah. So how does all of this make you feel? Your daughter going through a breakup and all of this. What does it make you feel?
I feel sad. I feel the pain that she feels. I don't want her to feel that pain. I want to take it away. And I know that I cannot do that. It's her journey. But as a mother, I don't want her to feel that way, of course.
Okay. I get you. Okay. So just say, I acknowledge my sadness. Can you just close your body and, can you just close your eyes and connect to where that sadness is in your body, Romulan?
Yes.
Where do you feel that sadness in your body?
I feel it in two places, in my face and in my heart.
Yeah, just connect your heart and just connect your heart, perceive the sadness and just say, I acknowledge my sadness.
I acknowledge my sadness.
Yeah, can you repeat that? I acknowledge my sadness.
I acknowledge my sadness. I acknowledge my sadness. I acknowledge my sadness.
Yeah.
I acknowledge my sadness. I acknowledge my sadness.
Okay, just be with it. Just be with it. Just notice your heart. Just notice what's happening.
I acknowledge my sadness.
Okay.
My heart feels more peace.
Your heart is feeling better?
Yes, it feels more peaceful.
Okay. Feeling peaceful. Okay. You can open your eyes.
I feel like I can breathe.
You can breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So just take your hand and just tap with me over here. Tap here and just say, "I am sad." Yeah. Everybody can do this. Okay. Everybody can join us on what we are doing. This is very easy. We are just acknowledging our emotions. Okay. So just say, "I am sad." Now tap here above
I
your
am
eyebrow.
sad.
I acknowledge my sadness.
I acknowledge my sadness.
I feel helpless.
I feel helpless.
I don't think I can do anything here.
I don't think I can do anything here.
That makes me upset.
That makes me upset.
I can't do anything.
I can't do anything.
This is painful. Not just tap here and say, "This is painful."
This is painful.
Okay. And now take your left hand. Now just tap here and just say, "Even though I'm sad."
Even though I'm sad.
Even though I'm upset.
Even though I'm upset.
Even though I'm helpless.
Even though I'm helpless.
Even though it pains me.
Even though it pains me.
Even though I feel I cannot do anything.
Even though I feel like I cannot do anything.
Even though I'm powerless.
Even though I'm powerless.
Even though I'm sad, upset, and powerless.
Even though I'm sad, upset, and powerless.
Now just tap here. I still choose to
I still choose to
love and accept myself.
love and accept myself.
Yeah. And you can just touch your heart. Yeah. Just close your eyes wherever you perceive that sadness. Okay. Just a second. I'll be back. Yeah. How are you feeling?
Hello.
Hi. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling more at peace.
More at peace.
Calm.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you, everybody. All you have to do is just this. Okay. So I invite everybody to try this out. Very easy exercise. Think of one area of your life wherever there is a problem. Okay. Wherever there's a problem, any issue, any problem. Yeah. Just close your eyes. Think of the problem. And ask yourself, How does this make me feel? And now, once you identify how it makes you feel, just ask yourself, where in my body do I feel this? Scan your body and check where in your body you feel this emotion. And even as you scan your body and you become aware of where this emotion is, just start saying, I acknowledge this. For example, you're feeling sad. Just say, I acknowledge my sadness. You're feeling upset. I acknowledge my upset. If you're feeling powerless, say, I acknowledge my powerlessness. If you're feeling helpless, say, I acknowledge my helplessness. Connect your body, and wherever you feel that emotion, just say, I acknowledge this. I acknowledge this. I acknowledge this. Just keep repeating that. I acknowledge this emotion. Yeah. Now you can open your eyes. Think of that same problem.
I have a question.
Think of the same problem and just check, is that you feel more space or less space? Has the intensity of the emotion reduced? Has it changed? Would anybody like to share? How are you doing, Romlin?
I'm doing well, thank you. It has changed for me.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling helpless and stuck, but now I'm feeling expansive.
Feeling more expansive? Okay. So that's all that
I
is
have a
required to be done.
question.
Yeah, 1 second. So that's all that requires to be done. You know, what's required to be done is acknowledging these emotions. Unless you acknowledge these emotions, they are going to keep crying for your attention. And all you have to do is simply acknowledge it. Be willing to see it, be willing to check where that emotion is there in the body. And just say, I acknowledge this. I acknowledge this. I acknowledge this. I acknowledge my sadness. I acknowledge my sadness. I acknowledge. Yeah, anyone else wants to share how you're feeling after trying this exercise?
Yeah, hi, this is Bapan here.
Hi, Bapan.
See, it has reduced, but it has not gone totally.
Yeah, you need to work on it.
Yeah.
We just took a minute.
Okay.
In 1 minute,
So
how much has it reduced? On a scale of 10 before and after, if you compare, what was it before, what is it after?
So before it was somewhere around 8 to 9, and now it has come down to somewhere between 7 to 8.
That's awesome.
That
And how much time did you acknowledge it for?
For this 1 minute only.
1 minute. In 1 minute, it came down from 9 to a 7, which a painkiller takes longer duration of action to act. That's faster than any painkiller or anything.
Yeah.
Super fast. Just be with it. I've given you the
So I
tools.
just want to know, I should be regularly.
Just keep doing it. That's it. That's it. This is your meditation. This is your mantra. This is your mantra for emotional intelligence. Because once you become okay
Okay.
with,
Okay.
because once you become okay with your emotions, you suddenly become okay with other people's emotions. Once you are willing to have anger, once you're willing to be sad, once you're willing to be upset, once you're willing to be vulnerable, in that space of vulnerability, you can suddenly now welcome the emotions of other people. People come into your space and they start crying because you are okay to cry.
Sanjeev?
Yeah,
Yes, suddenly lot of burping.
yeah, that's your body releasing stuff. It's okay, just be with it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Rachna had a question.
I wanted to know, is there a possibility of not being able to track where the emotion is stuck?
See, feelings are in the mind, emotions are in the body. If there is an emotion, it will be there in the body. Just close your eyes and be with the body and ask the body, come out of your head. If you're thinking too much, then you can't track where the emotion is in the body. Okay. How do you stop thinking? Just focus on the breath. Start focusing on your breath. When you start focusing on the breath, your thinking reduces. And then ask yourself once again, where do I feel this anger in my body? Or where do I feel this sadness in my body? Okay.
Correct. So it is not necessary for one person to actually have kamar dard and haath ka dard and the frozen shoulder or a throat ache or something like that.
What are you saying? It's not possible for?
It could be anywhere.
Yeah, it could be anywhere.
Then it is not necessary for a person to have any physical pains like a knee pain or a joint pain or something like that. It
No,
could be
we are
anywhere in the
working.
body, correct?
Yeah, we are working with emotions. It could be anywhere. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. So anybody else had a question?
Sanjeev,
Yeah.
could,
Yeah.
you, could you give some examples of feelings and emotions?
I think I got to read it up. Nothing off the hand.
Okay,
If you get to know it. So what I can tell you is, feeling is once when it is in your mind, you're contemplating on it, and the emotion is when it's running through your body. So the upset is in the mind, the anger is in the body, you know, the rejection is in the mind, the sadness is in the body, you know. Suppose I asked you out and you rejected me. Yeah, the rejection is a processing, rejection is an interpretation, that's a feeling, that's in the mind. But what my heart feels sadness, that's an emotion, that's in the body, you know.
Yes.
Low,
Yes.
feeling low is feeling boredom,
Get it.
feeling low, all of that is in the mind. Where do you feel that in the body? That is an emotion. Emotion has to be energy in motion. If it is stuck emotions only cause a problem. Emotions otherwise are very healthy. Every emotion is healthy. Every emotion has its place. Every emotion is beautiful. There is beauty in every emotion. Okay.
So is clinical depression a feeling?
Is clinical depression?
In feelings. Does it
Clinical
get
depression
classified
is a
in
mood
feelings?
disorder. Is a mood disorder characterized by many things. You have to listen to my Mystic Lotus Telesummit call.
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not, clinical depression is not one feeling or one emotion. It's a syndrome. It's a mood
But
disorder.
that the feeling low is consistent, right?
Yeah. Your question is?
So my question was that feeling of low, when you're saying that.
It's a state.
Okay.
So it's a state. Mood is a consistent feeling that remains for a longer duration of time is called mood. Feeling is what you feel in your mind in these 10 seconds. Emotion is what is happening in the body. Mood is, it's like the difference between weather and climate. Weather changes, correct? Weather keeps on changing. Similarly, feelings keep on changing. Every 10 seconds, feelings can fluctuate. Weather can fluctuate, but climate of a you know, you say this is arid climate, this is monsoon climate, this is rainy climate, this is dry climate. A city has a climate for a longer duration. That is mood. A disorder in the mood is depression. We'll get to depression. Okay, does it throw some light? Does it give you some clarity?
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you everybody. Thank you so much. Where's my thank you slide?
Thank you
I
so
want to show you
much.
guys my thank you slide. So my thank you slide is here. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
So thank you so much everybody. I'm unmuting all of you. Yeah. So thank you all. I will be sending out the recording of this conversation.
Thank you.
And do work on yourself. You have a homework. The homework is sit with your body and acknowledge every emotion that comes up. And just say, I acknowledge, I acknowledge, I acknowledge. That's your meditation. That's your homework. Document. And then we can meet on the next call. The next call is day after tomorrow. Second stage of grief, anger. Dealing with anger. Yeah? Anger aega. Anger will come. Okay? So see you all on the next call. Bye-bye. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.